Hello and welcome to the short Vort on Parshas Vayishlach. The three avos, each one of them corresponds to one of the three regalim that the Bnei Yisrael, the men go up to the Beis Hamikdash. Avraham corresponds to Pesach, Yitzchak corresponds to Shavuos, and Yaakov corresponds to Sukkos. The connection to the first two are fairly easy. Avraham's connection to Pesach is that on Pesach, that is when the three Malachim came and gave him the Besuros Tovos, that he would become a father with Sarah, and Yitzchak would be born, as well as some other messages. Yitzchak is connected to Har HaMoriah, which is where he had the Akedah, and the horn of the ram that was there was the same horn that was blown by Kabbalas HaTorah at Har Sinai, and so that is Shavuos. But what is the connection with Yaakov Avinu? How does he get to Sukkos? So in our parsha in Perek Lamed Gimel Pasuk Yud Zayin, it says that Yaakov built a house for his family, and he built protection for his cattle, and those protection were called Succos, and therefore the city was called Succos. So still, because he built protection for his sheep, therefore his connection is to Sukkos. What is going on here? So Rabbi Eli Mansour asked this question, and he's quoting a Rabbi Bergman, presumably from Brooklyn, and he explains that with this connection between the huts, we can get to explain certain other things. We start off with the point that Yaakov Avinu, he was very deep in the inyan of Hakaras HaTov, showing appreciation for everything, including so much that he was showing appreciation to his livestock, which he got his family's parnasa from, and therefore he felt the obligation to put a protection for them. He was the first person to build a protection for animals. No one ever bothered protecting their livestock from the elements. Yaakov was the first one. And it's this midah of Hakaras HaTov that explains the midrash about his son Yosef. Yosef was in Mitzrayim. The wife of his master Potiphar was always trying to seduce him, and one time he was vulnerable, that he was ready to succumb to her request. What happened? He saw the image of his father Yaakov. What does that mean? In this interpretation, it means that when he saw the visage of his father, he remembered how much his father was into Hakaras HaTov and showing appreciation. And he said, how can I do something like this and sin with the wife of my master who's treated me so well, put me in charge of things, he's taking care of me. It would be the ultimate in not being thankful to sin with his wife. And therefore he was able to withhold his passion, and he did not sin. So that is why Yaakov is associated with Sukkos. That's when we celebrate thank you. Again, there's different interpretations of what specifically we're thankful for. One interpretation is that it is because just the fact that we're alive, and that's the holiday that celebrates. It comes after the Yom Noraim. We're being judged. It's also related to the Geula from Mitzrayim that we survived. So these are different things. It's the holiday of Hakaras HaTov, of thank you, of Modim, and that connects to Yaakov's midah in this regard. And I'd like to add to this that when we say Modim D'Rabbanan in the Chazar Shashatz, when we repeat the Shemona Esrei with the minyan, why is it called Modim D'Rabbanan, and why is that the only part of davening of the Chazar Shashatz that we say something instead of leaving it all to the Chazan? So the answer Rabbanan is various things that different rabbis were thankful for. And Rav Papa put it all together into one paragraph, one tefillah. So that's how that tefillah came about. But we say it out loud because one thing that you don't outsource is Hakaras HaTov, appreciation. So Modim is the bracha of thank you to Hashem. So even though we have a Shliach Sibur to represent us, and especially those who don't know the tefillos, it's incumbent upon us to give Hakaras HaTov to Hashem and not outsource that. You wouldn't outsource your master saying, oh, go tell my master, thank you very much. You'd say it directly. So thank you for listening. Have a wonderful week and a wonderful Shabbos.